Welcome back to the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. We've seen it in baseball. Father and son on the same roster. Ken Griffey Jr. and Sr. did it. It made for great viewing. It looks like we're about to see that in the NBA with LeBron James and now his son Bronny playing in Los Angeles. The Lakers took Bronny with the 55th overall pick after Bronny's agent and LeBron's agent, Rich Paul, called the other NBA teams that were going to draft before the Lakers at 55 and basically said, don't take our boy. If you do, he's going to Australia. We got to weigh in on that because that was absurd and bizarre on its own. But the hate that Bronny was getting online was a little disturbing to me.
Yeah, it was.
Are you rooting for him or against him?
It was big time disturbing. I am definitely 1,000% rooting for Bronny James. Listen, Bronny didn't ask for LeBron James to be his father. He didn't ask for his father to be some megastar NBA athlete. He didn't ask for any of that. This man just want to hoop, G. He just want to hoop. He just want to ball. And shout out to you, Bronny, for how you've handled yourself throughout this entire process. Like blocking out the noise, not allowing none of the stuff that's being said or written about you to really impact you. I don't think he gets enough grace or mercy, right? This is a dude who was a 5-star recruit coming out of high school, a guy that suffered cardiac arrest, and less than a year later, he's now in the NBA. And people don't understand the mental and physical toll that takes on you. Not only that, you're trying to get yourself back to playing a high level of competitive basketball. And he did that. Does he need work on this game? Absolutely. But we talked about this in the YouTube part of the show. There is not a rookie that's coming out of this class or in the class before that doesn't have any holes in his game or doesn't have any or doesn't need any work. And for everybody that's screaming nepotism is a real thing throughout this country, throughout every profession. Stop acting like Bronny is the first one to be favored because of some nepotism. They just need to quit it altogether.
Hey, man, when you grow up, man, how many people have, family businesses have been passed down to generation to generation to generation? How many times do, hey, listen, you got a wealthy grandmother, they pass away, you get that money. No one jumps up and down about that. LeBron James did what LeBron was supposed to do. He wanted to, he gave his son the opportunity. Now, what Bronny does with that opportunity, moving forward, what type of player he's going to be, it depends on his skill set and how hard he works in the right situation. For me, listen, I don't root for any teams but my teams. I always say that. It's a good story, though. Like, now he gets an opportunity to see what he can do. It's a unique story. You see a father and son play. It'll be a very interesting thing to watch. But the hate is crazy because, like, listen, Austin Rivers and Doc Rivers, we can say it over and over again. We've seen it before where people in business or whatever the case may be, they're going to vouch for their kids. How many times we go and look, there's CEOs everywhere. I guarantee if you're a CEO of a big corporation, their kids work somewhere within that organization.
Sure.
So it is what it is.
Sports is the ultimate meritocracy. There are no gifts. There are no handouts. If there are, you can't hide.
Right.
One thing will determine whether or not he's NBA worthy.
His game.
His game. To this point, has his game been NBA worthy? No. Do I have a problem with the Lakers drafting him at 55? I do not. I do have a problem with the reports that Rich Paul was strong-arming other teams not to draft him.
Bogart.
Let's put that into perspective.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
The agent of the father and the son is calling other teams, telling them, don't draft my son at 50. Don't draft my son at 48. I thought the idea of this was to be drafted as highly as you could.
Right.
He's saying, no, that's selfish. That is coming from LeBron. Bronny has never said, it's my goal to play with Dad. Bronny came out a couple weeks ago and said, it's more important to Pops than me. I want to be drafted. I want to play in the NBA. That's the right answer. Hate is a wasted emotion. It affects the hater more than the hatee. Hate all you want. It corrodes the vessel that carries it. It's a wasted emotion. I'm not rooting against this kid. I don't root against anybody. That's a waste of time. I am absolutely rooting for this kid to make it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you read the scouting report and the name at the top of it was Bronny Phillips, he's not drafted.
Right.
He's just not drafted. But it's not. It's Bronny James. And there are circumstances that come into play here. And I'm rooting for him like hell. And I hope, if nothing else, he makes the roster. And at some point, we get to see father and son on the court in an NBA game at the same time.
I would have called Rich Paul's bluff. If I was a team between 48
and you wanted
and 54,
him, you would have taken him. Because that boy is not going to Australia.
And I wanted Bronny James, I would have called your bluff. You're not going to Australia.
He's not going to Australia.
Basketball.
No.
Your father wouldn't allow that.
And I think it gives a little bit of negative energy and negative karma to Bronny that he's kind of guilt by association.
Right.
It reminds me of the Manning move when Eli wanted to go anywhere but San Diego. We're taking a break. When we